Hola Español 3. Hoy vamos a hablar sobre los verbos reflexivos. Today we're going to talk about reflexive verbs. We're going to start with the basics. The rule for reflexive verbs is a verb is reflexive when the subject matches the object. Take a look at the sentence on the left. The subject is the person performing the action. So the subject is she. The object is the thing that's receiving the action. So the object is the dog. In the sentence on the right, the subject is she because she's performing the action of the toothbrushing. And the object is also herself because she's receiving the action of that toothbrushing. In Spanish, when I express the sentence on the left, I do not have to use a reflexive verb because the subject and the object do not match. However, with the second sentence on the right, the subject and the object do match and you need to use a reflexive verb. Take a look at these two verbs. Which one do you think is the reflexive verb? If you pick the second one, you're right. Anytime a verb has say attached to the end of it, that one's reflexive. Here's the rule again. Okay, with these two sentences, which one would you use a reflexive verb? If you pick the first one, you're right. In the second sentence, I am the subject, but the dog is the object. Because they're not the same, you don't use a reflexive verb. So you don't use a verb with the say attached to it. How about this one? If you pick the second one, you are correct. To learn to conjugate reflexive verbs, you need to learn a set of pronouns called reflexive pronouns. We have to be careful not to confuse those with subject pronouns because subject pronouns are the pronouns we use to clarify who's performing an action. Okay, let's talk about how to conjugate a reflexive pronoun. Today, my reflexive pronoun that I'm going to use is ducharse, and I want to express the fact that I shower myself. So here's what I'm going to do. First, step one, I need to select the proper reflexive pronoun. In this case, because I'm doing the showering, I'm going to use the pronoun me. Oops, let's put that up here. The second step is to make sure you do position it before the verb. You're going to take the say and you're going to drop it because essentially you've kind of taken care of that. And now the rest of the verb duchar is conjugated like you would a normal, regular AR verb. So in this case, ducho, and that's the present tense. I shower myself. Side note, I'm going to make a copy here. You can put these in any verb tense you want. So if I say I showered and you want to use the preterite tense, you can put the verb in the preterite tense. So this is I showered myself. It doesn't change the reflexive pronoun that you use. Okay, we're going to do one more example. I have two sentences. One verb should be used reflexively and the other is not. So my reflexive verb, the one with the say, I'm going to put here because you are brushing your own teeth. But in this sentence, I'm going to use just cepillar because you're not brushing your own teeth, you're brushing your grandmother's teeth. So step one, find the proper reflexive pronoun because you are doing the action. That pronoun is te. Then I am going to eliminate the say and I'm going to conjugate just the verb cepillar in the present tense. And then now I need to finish the rest of the sentence. Los dientes. Okay, example number 2, we have you are brushing your grandmother's teeth. This is not reflexive. I'm not using a reflexive verb, so I do not need to use a reflexive pronoun. I'm going to take the verb cepillar and put it in the to form, cepillas. And now the rest of the sentence, los dientes de tu abuela. Okay, I hope this helped you refresh your memory on reflexive pronouns. Let me know if you need a little extra help and check out my website for supplemental videos.